that's like way off. There we go. Oh, Sean Spicer, you fucking knucklehead. Why even go there? Why even say something like that? Don't go even Hitler. Never even... It's like going full retard. Don't bring it up and don't make comparisons to it. You don't make comparisons to the Holocaust. You don't make comparisons to Hitler's actions in World War II. You fucking clown. I mean, I appreciate Sean Spicer's candor. I like it much better than previous administrations where they read from a script and just reiterated the script whenever they asked questions. They would just point back to what they just said, and they would never, elaborate or get into discussions about it. Obama was good for this. How many press secretaries did he go through? I think he went through like 5 or 6. I have no idea. But his press secretaries were good for that. I mean, they would just stick to the script, stick to the official statement, don't deviate, don't elaborate, refer back to it if questioned on it. I mean, from a citizen's point of view, it must have been frustrating to not actually have questions answered. But I mean, let's face it, during the Obama administration, it's not as though the press were really that great at doing pointed questions. Now they can't get enough of pointed questions, and they ask these pointed questions on stupid, insignificant, inconsequential garbage. Like the verbiage that Spicer used in this particular kerfuffle was awkward, imprecise, and stupid. But to harp on it and to like needle him on it, what's the point? You know what he was trying to say. I knew what he was trying to say when he said it. I mean, the fact is, we knew that he meant... You fucking douche nozzle. We knew that he meant he didn't use gas attacks on citizens in in the way that Assad allegedly did. Never mind the fact that, he used Hitler used Zyklon B in the concentration camps and the death camps. But, anyway. Like I said, I appreciate that Sean Spicer isn't one of these guys who just sticks to a script. I appreciate that he has candor and that, he gets into back and forth with the press corps. And there's a video, I guess, circulating, I think it's from Comedy Central Daily Show, where they cut Sean Spicer speaking with, footage of a kindergarten class. And it's supposed to make Sean Spicer look foolish. No, actually it makes the press corps look foolish, because that's essentially what the kind of behavior they engage in. They are a bunch of petulant babies. So I hope that this isn't something that, the White House decides, oh, we got to get rid of Spicer over this. He made a fool of himself, and he made a fool of the president for saying this. I hope that's not the case, because unlike a lot of my friends, I like Sean Spicer. I think he's a great press secretary. I think the only better one they could have had was Milo Yiannopoulos. He would have been a great press secretary. Although he would have turned it into a circus. Everybody would have lost their minds over it. It'd be nice if he could get in there and do like a guest spot as press secretary. It'd be funny. What else is happening? Oh yeah, and then there's the whole United Airlines thing. I don't know. I don't think my opinion on it is going to deviate much from what most people are saying. it was really, really stupid of United Airlines to behave that way. Really stupid. I know they have the right to do it as a business. Their policy is their policy. And people on an airplane, they don't. Nothing's guaranteed, right? You look at the fine print, your airline reserves the right to kick you off the plane at any point for any reason. But was it a smart business decision on the part of United? No, it was stupid. It was stupid for them if they knew that they needed to send 4 people to Louisville, Kentucky, 4 employees, and this was the flight they were going to do it on. They shouldn't have boarded everybody and then said, so you folks need to vacate. We need volunteers to give your seats up. Now the doctor, who now I'm hearing maybe he wasn't a doctor, I don't know, I haven't looked into it that much. The doctor's saying, look, I'm not leaving because I have to see patients tomorrow. I'm a doctor. Given the fact that airlines will regularly call upon a doctor if there's a in-flight medical emergency, it probably would have been smart for them to say, he's a doctor. Well, maybe we shouldn't eject this guy, especially since, as he says, he needs to see patients tomorrow. Maybe we should go back to the lottery and pick somebody else who isn't a doctor. I can understand that being difficult for them too, but that would have avoided the entire thing. That would have avoided the entire thing if they'd done that. Should he have gotten off? Should he have let it get to the point where he was going to be physically ejected? No. Maybe there's a language barrier thing there. He did seem to have an accent when you hear him speak. But I don't think that's a significant enough factor. He should have simply gotten off the plane and grumbled about it like everybody else. But he didn't. And then United Airlines behaved stupidly. Sorry, I'm trying to... busy road. And they're gonna get their asses sued too. Like, I can see this doctor suing them. And they may not decide in his favor, but... Jesus. Traffic is terrible. But, they may not decide in his favor, but, the fact is, if they decided, if a jury decided in favor of, that coffee woman, the McDonald's coffee woman, like a decade or two ago, where she spilled it on her lap and hurt herself. If they decided in her favor, they should decide in his favor. And I think they will, because back when that coffee incident happened with McDonald's, there wasn't cell phone footage of it. There was no viral video of it. It'll be sort of etched in people's memory. So any jury that saw that is going to be immediately biased towards that doctor as a plaintiff. And I think they'd be hard pressed to find a jury or juror who will have not seen it at that point. Anyway, they'll probably settle out of court. I just think United is they need to work on their PR. But I mean, because they also had that incident with those people who they wouldn't let on because they were wearing leggings. That's slightly different. They were riding on an employee pass or a employee and family pass, or some sort of special pass whereby they are representing the airline. So I can understand them having a certain dress code in place for those particular tickets. But whatever. Am I falling prey to outrage culture? Am I becoming outraged over shit I shouldn't be outraged about? Well, in the case of the United Airlines thing, yeah, maybe. Maybe I'm getting sucked into that crap. In the case of Sean Spicer using stupid phrase and making a stupid analogy. No, as a matter of fact, I think I have a more reasonable response. I don't understand this, and I made a video about this before. I don't understand why people hold other people to account for imprecise language or misspoken statements. I don't do it because I'm just as guilty of saying the wrong thing or being imprecise in my language. What are you waiting for, lady? Jesus. Clown. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, when Maxine Waters, can't remember the name, thinks that Russia invaded Korea when she probably meant Crimea. I think it was Maxine Waters of that. Or Nancy Pelosi, can't remember the name, Aleppo. I don't hold her to account. I don't say, see, she can't possibly be a politician, have any political power. She's forgetful. Come on. But I'm still pissed off about the U.S.'s stance on this whole Syrian gas attack, alleged Syrian gas attack. I still believe it was the rebels who did it. I still believe it was a false flag. And more things I see are making me believe it's a false flag. Confirmation bias? Maybe I'm just looking at sources that, confirm my suspicions. But former British ambassador to Syria, Peter Ford, on the BBC, came out and said, of course it was a false flag. Why are people so credulous? Why do they just simply believe this idea that Syria was the one behind it? It makes no sense. No sense. Anyway, and then I watched a Black Pigeon Speaks video that he put out the day after I put out my last video regarding Trump's attack on Syria. And he made mention that 49 cruise missiles, Tomahawk cruise missiles, were fired. Only 23 of them actually hit the airfield, which is insane because these are guided missiles, for Christ's sakes. So this was all, as he put it, a big, expensive fireworks show. And I'm inclined to agree. If that's the case, if only 23 of those missiles actually hit their mark out of 49, less than half, then yeah, it's a big fireworks show, and it's a joke. Anyway, I'm at games tonight. But I was actually pretty, I was kind of gushing because I commented on the video and said, hey, you use the term kabuki theater as well. I used it in my video yesterday. Great minds think alike, I guess. And Black Pigeon Speaks actually went to my video and said, hey, great video. And he's looking at where I am. He's like, hey, you're in Toronto, right? And I'm like, no, I'm actually in Burlington. So now anybody who watches my videos know where I live. I live in Burlington. But anyway, it was just kind of, oh, cool. He saw my video and he liked it. He gave me a positive comment. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm at games night. Gotta go. And thanks for listening to me rant. Talk to you later. Bye.